Hello YouTube, this is Morgan, Airspeed Prime here with my next Boruto anime review. This one's going to be for episode 18, which is called Day in the Uzumaki Household. So, overall I did enjoy this episode. Yes, of course, half of it was stuff we've seen before with the OVA of the day Naruto became Hokage, but I think the rest of the episode worked somewhat well with the recap stuff to kind of make an overall more interesting episode. I think there is overall a sense of like they kind of set it up that okay, Himawari has a fever at the start, and this reminds Boruto of the day Naruto became Hokage and why he wants to kind of look out more for Himawari and also never make her angry going forward. And that's where the kind of flashback of that comes from. And they reference it again at the end with Naruto and Hinata talking. But I think the core of this episode that is just really, really impressive is definitely Naruto and Boruto going to Ichiraku Ramen together. I think that was definitely the key scene that made this episode kind of unmissable in a way. Like you have to, if you're a fan of Naruto, if you're a fan of Boruto, you have to see this scene because it gets a lot through about their kind of relationship. I think overall the episode made that that dynamic pretty clear. It kind of clarified a lot of the stuff that the movie had to do very quickly, just in the sense of like Boruto was actually pretty excited initially about Naruto becoming Hokage, and that like he waited for him to come home the night before and all of this stuff. It's just that he did quickly become aware that things would change, and just knowing that all of this stuff could happen with Naruto becoming busier and busier, and it begins to set up the idea of like the five Kage summits coming up. Naruto's going to be even busier, and him just kind of pointing out to Naruto, like if you I need to make sure that you won't ever make Mom or Himawari sad, setting up obviously the big the destroyed cake scene from the movie. So there's a decent amount of good setup being done for the movie and I suppose events of the movie. They added a little bit with Iwabe into the inauguration ceremony bit just to establish him as a character. But overall I thought it was the core of this episode did come together quite well. But as I said, the big bit definitely is Boruto, Naruto at Ichiraku Ramen, and just seeing that okay, the place is now much bigger. It's this huge restaurant. It's famous because basically Naruto was kind of used on the advertising that like it's Lord Seventh's like favorite place to eat. Come on here, and it's really kind of nicely done. And Naruto still occasionally does go to eat there, and it just led to a nice scene of just you can tell that Naruto and Boruto haven't had a lot of just moments where they've kind of just gone out together like father and son, and it worked nice in that there was obviously a little bit of awkwardness that kind of sets up and is kind of addressed in the movie, but also there was nice little moments of connection of just of course in previous episodes Naruto very much wanting to get across the idea that like we're in an era of peace, it's not like my time, I want the kids to still be allowed to be kids. And so when he sees Boruto freaking out over the kind of like promotional little thing about the show that he likes, he's just like, okay, that's good to know that he is still a kid overall, despite some of the crazier things that he kind of wants to do. That you have them kind of referencing what's the academy going like, him kind of avoiding the question, Naruto constantly referencing the past, and Boruto not showing a ton of interest in kind of everything that's going on. Which obviously the movie also addresses, but I liked also the little bits of just like okay, then Chocho and Choji come in and they're on a kind of like father-daughter kind of day out, but this is for an eating contest, and that they obviously go up against each other in these eating contests, and they also have this overall goal of one of them at least wants to be able to beat the legendary queen of gluttony, who they kind of set up as just like, oh, Naruto knows this person. Who is it? Like, Naruto doesn't really want to tell Boruto. And then Boruto just asks at the end, and the reveal is that it's Hinata. Hinata is the person in Ichiraku Ramen who has actually, in one sitting, ate the most bowls of ramen in I think it was 46 they revealed, which is a reference to one of the little kind of fun things they do at the some of the episodes in Naruto Shippuden, in that there was a scene where this was also a big reveal of like this kind of funny eating contest they had. Completely non-canon, that thing from Shippuden, but again it was the reference of like 46 bowls, and no, now this is an actual canon thing that Hinata is this kind of eating champion when she sets her mind to it. And I think that's an interesting one, in that it's just like when Hinata goes to like actually commit to eating a lot, that she can do it, and the fact that she did it in Ichiraku Ramen was nice, because Boruto kind of couldn't believe it when Naruto revealed to him that like, this is where I took your mom on our first date, and he's just like, does mom even like ramen? And he's like, yeah, she did. She was actually really happy to come here. So the whole her being the kind of the leader on this leaderboard was an interesting one, in that she actually really does like ramen, given that she'd eat that much of it. And it just speaks to the fact that, like, okay, clearly at one point Naruto gave Hinata, or was with her when she did this, that coupon, and got 46 bowls of ramen. So the unlimited coupon that Teuchi gave him at their wedding, which was also referenced a lot in this episode, was it was really kind of fun to see that referenced, and just like, I obviously from one of the very last episodes of Naruto Shippuden, obviously it's Teuchi deciding on like how exactly he should approach, should it be free for a month, free for a week, and he just made it unlimited because of the impact that Naruto's had, and he still uses it to this day, which is kind of nice to see. And just fun little moments of just Boruto really not wanting to like this place where his father eats a lot, but then in the end really, really liking it, and also setting up just that, okay, Naruto's always been obsessed with ramen. Boruto's kind of obsessed with hamburgers. That's his thing. Which, oddly, like, I noticed it a lot in the Boruto episodes, that whenever you see him walking around the place, he always gets a burger. But I never necessarily noted it as a same level of kind of character trait as Naruto with the ramen. But maybe going forward, that kind of will be more of a, I suppose, maybe running gag, that he just, in general, is kind of a little bit obsessed with the hamburgers. Because also, Himawari was asking for some sort of like a kind of hamburger thing after her fever, and that's what caused the argument that caused Hinata to kick them out, which was, a fun moment again to see that, okay, that's why Boruto doesn't like it when like his mother is angry or sad, that even Hinata, who, we're not used to seeing that be like that, can actually, scare the boys as well, just like Himawari can. And it led obviously to the very last moment of the episode of just referencing the day Naruto became Hokage again, and just that after he woke up, he had missed everything, but he was just happy that he has the role, and his dream has kind of now transitioned from becoming Hokage to now, my dream and my goal that I want to accomplish is to just protect my family, and that is you guys, but it's also the entire village, which is kind of what it means to be Hokage. And Hinata was very happy to see that like his dreams have kind of transitioned, that it's not just it's over for him with gaining the title, that he still wants to progress, and that's Naruto in the Naruto movie, that's Naruto getting this goal across to Boruto in the moment where he protects everyone, is kind of what really, really turns Boruto around in that movie, and it's kind of key part of his character arc. So, as I said, like, this is a good episode to really, really nicely set up a lot of the stuff from the movie. I still want to know how the show is going to approach tackling the movie. If this is anything to go by, I can see them potentially just having maybe an extended kind of group of episodes where they just cover the movie and maybe just recap it or something like that. But that I definitely want to see where they go with that. But other than that, a moment at the start of the episode, we got to see Naruto drunk. The night before, all the guys brought him out, it was fun to see everyone together. Shino, Kiba was there, Choji, Rock Lee, of course, and just that. Obviously, a couple of them show signs of having drunk as well, but Lee is just like completely fine. That like it obviously would take a lot, or else he didn't drink, because obviously he has the whole. I'm assuming he didn't drink because of the whole, drunken fist thing, that he has this weird reaction with alcohol where it makes him go like that There would have been a different incident if Lee had had anything to drink there. So I think the implication was probably that he didn't drink, but that they ended up bringing him back, and Boruto saw him there on the ground. It was that was fun to see, and him referencing Aruka, I think, while he was there as well, that he's finally fulfilled his goal, was very, very nice to see. But yeah, I think that's all I want to say here in this review. I like this episode as a kind of just different episode. A little bit more slice of life, with the focus primarily being on just a couple of kind of family and relationship focused scenes. There's no real action to this episode, at least new action that we haven't already seen in the OVA, but definitely a worthwhile episode. And I think a lot of people, the few reactions I've seen to this episode, have also appreciated what some of those key new scenes did bring. But yeah, in the comments let me know what your thoughts were on this episode. But yeah, that's been the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.